Hello everyone, I greet in the name of God Almighty. My name is Apostle Newton Silas and I'm here with Nancy Grace, and today we have a very interesting topic to discuss with you by Mufti Menk. Actually, a lot of people have been sending recommendation at the comment section that you should check out Mufti Menk videos. So I think this is one of his video which says that an atheist has a life-changing debate with Mufti Menk. I believe that this is going to be a very interesting one, and I believe that you're going to enjoy this video. Trust me, you're going to enjoy this. So guys, if today happens to be the first time of you checking out my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Facebook and Instagram. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section and I'm going to check it out. So guys, before we get down to the video, I'm a theologian and I make this video not to discredit anyone's religion. This is basically for educational purposes. Today we're checking out an atheist, so we're going to hear Mufti Menk what response. This is the learning that we are actually talking about. You get to hear from Mufti Menk, and I believe that you're going to learn from him. So guys, let's get down to the video.
One day I was speaking to a man, very interesting discussion on an aircraft. Normally, we travel quite a bit, so you get to meet people, and when they ask you, what do you do? You tell them, no, I'm a religious person. I try to teach people a little bit here and there, myself as well. So I was discussing with this man. He tells me, I'm an atheist. I said, okay, so what do you believe? He says, I believe when we die, we're just returned to nature. So I said, okay, when you die, what have you told those whom you leave behind to do? He says, I will be cremated. I will be cremated. So I had a beautiful discussion with him, explaining to him the damage and the harm of being cremated. He was not happy initially, but then he said, wow, you got me thinking. What did I tell him? I told him, brother, you see, we are buried. We are taught how to be buried from the time of Adam alayhi salatu wassalam. We believe that we were created from soil, and the evidence for that is when we are returned to the soil, we decompose completely into the soil, such that the remnants, there is almost nil or nothing. Have you thought of it? This man says, but I'm going to be cremated. I said, now when you cremate a person, what are you doing? You are applying tremendous heat and tremendous pressure to your body. We will not talk right now about whether you can feel it or not, but I will tell you that will not return to the soil. The reason is it becomes ash. Ash and soil are two different things completely. If you were to be decomposed without tremendous heat and pressure, you will decompose within the soil. The minute you apply heat and pressure, you become ash. That ash, what happens to it? It does not return to the soil. In fact, it remains separated. I said, but the point I'd like to ask you is, how do you know that you're not going to feel when people are burning you? He says, because medicine tells us that you don't feel anymore. I said, what if someone has felt it and they could not come back to tell you that we felt it? He says, I'll see when I go. I said, it will be too late. No answer. I'll see when I go. It's too late, because people are saying, okay, you're going to burn me. And I start saying, but you want the punishment already whilst you're still leaving the world, not even got to the life after, the hereafter, so to speak, in the proper sense. And then he looks at me and he says, but you've got me thinking. And I told him something else. I said, okay, my brother, listen to me. Let's say, for example, what you are saying and what I am saying. Put it to the litmus test. If what you are saying is true, then when we die, we will just be decomposed and that's it, everything is over. What is the possibility and probability of what I am saying to be true? Is there any probability? He says, no chance. I said, okay, when I die, if I was a good man who worshipped whoever made me, I call him Allah. I call him Allah, Allah the worshipped one. And I say he is one, alone, no worship to be rendered to anyone besides Al-Khaliq, besides the one who made me. I put my head on the ground for him. I render an act of worship for him. Whatever I do is for him. So if I were to worship my maker and say, oh you who made me, have mercy on me. Oh you whom I am going to return to when I die, have mercy on me. So that is my statement on one hand, and on your side, you do whatever you want and you're not prepared and whatever. When we die, if what you said was right, I did not lose anything because I would have just died and decomposed. This is just a statement to make people think. If what you said was right, I did not lose anything because I decomposed. But if what I have said was right, you have lost everything. It's a fact. So why don't you just come and adopt what I've said? Because even in that case, you will lose nothing. Amazing. So follow some rules, follow some regulations, and continue to say, "Oh, you whom I'm going to return to, have mercy upon me the day I return to you." When you return to someone, like you are saying, there may be a probability according to them, but you would have lost everything if what I said was true. He said, "Well, I'm going to think about it and think about it seriously." He says, "You are the first person who's made me shaky in what I believe." I said, "You know what? That means you have not spoken to enough people, because even a child will tell you that there is a maker."
I think Mufti Menk was able to use wisdom in speaking to this atheist, to be able to get him to really think twice, about what he was thinking, for him to feel like, oh, when I get cremated, they just burn me and I see they turn to ashes, But Mufti Menk make him to understand that, why don't you just follow the maker, or why don't you just follow my belief, right? So that if you understand you died, because at the end of the day you will still die, right? Yeah. So, and if you die, and then probably this is a person whom I am serving, that's Mufti Menk speaking, that if you die, you can be able to have another life. That's if you are able to obey his word and obey his commandment, and was able to get him thinking. I think this is what I supposed to be doing, what you're supposed to be doing, and what we're supposed to be going out there and speak to some of these atheists, for them to understand that there is someone who can give them another life after here on earth, for them to know that they can actually have another life, which in according to Christian belief, Jesus Christ have done it, and as he has given us an opportunity to have another life. But then let me not dive so much into that, but then let me concentrate on what Mufti Menk says. Seriously, I so much love it, because it will be a good thing for you to serve something. At least if at the end of the day you died and you realize that, oh, what I believe is not true, then so be it. But then what if you die and you realize that, oh, you should have obeyed some few rules, and then maybe you could have gotten another life, but because you did not do that, so this is where you're going, you see, you're going to regret it, right? So that is why it's good that when you believe in God, just believe in him wholeheartedly and obey his commandments, so that at judgment day, for those who believe in Christianity or those who believe in Islam, for you to know that at judgment day everyone is going to give account, and then on that day you're going to get saved. It's just a very interesting video, and I so much love it. But then let's hear from Nancy Grace, about this wisdom from Mufti Menk. Seriously, let's hear from you.
Wow, this is nice and so wonderful. And I also want to put it out that this video is also, we are here to learn, and this video is for those who don't believe in anything, who don't believe in God, and who say they believe in nature. Secondly, it's also put out to those who bow down to anything. Like he said, you don't just bow down to anything, you have to bow down to the one who created you. And for those who think they just came and no one created them, you have to believe that you did not create yourself. I think this is my own opinion and advice. You don't create yourself. I don't create myself. There is someone who created us. At least there is someone who owns the world where you are. You have to obey him. You have to worship him. You have to accept him. And to those who bow down to anything, he is a jealous God. You don't just worship image and ignore the one who created the whole world, the one who created you. So you have to bow down to the one who created you, the one who owns the earth. You have to serve him, keep his word, keep his commandment. And also I love, and also have it at the back of, we have it at the back of your mind that there is a judgment. You have a judgment day, that on the last day you don't just go back, you ask yourself, where am I going back to? You even when you go back, you give account and reward of the way you have lived your life. I think he sent us to do something. He sent us for a purpose. You give a reward and account of the way you have lived your life, and what he have, a talent and a gift he have given you, a life that you have changed. So we just, for us to have it at the back of our mind that we are going to give an account of how we live our life, and the way we live our life is very important.
Alright, so guys, this is the end of our video. If you like our reaction, you should like, share and subscribe. And if you have any video you want us to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section and I'm gonna check it out. So guys, remain blessed.